Huggy Main has like 3 modes. The Cutie Main mode for when she has to like make an apology.
Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well.
Chungus Main for when she wants to try and be funny.
Like, oh my god, $28 for cookies?
And finally, Main.
God, you ain't funny. That's not true. Maybe you're boring as fuck. And lame as hell.
The commentary community is coming to pieces. Augie is gay. Nicholas Diorio is gay. Boblax is gay. Lyrics is also gay. Tommy C is gay. And the final nail in the coffin, Turkey Tom, is gay. He was the Losers Creeps pedo the whole time. So what happened here? Why did the commentary community collapse overnight? 2 exes of Turkey Tom, Sacramento and Katie, take to Kiwi Farms to tell their tales of rape. He was accused of 3 things: void rape, beatings, and age playing with lolicons on Instagram. The allegations of rape were realistically the least bad thing. I'll say this, and the commentary community would agree, that if he was just a rapist, I'd let it slide. But along with being a rapist, he's also a bisexual, and that's realistically where I draw the line. Let's get serious for a moment here before everybody gets mad. Turkey Tom is not a rapist, unfortunately, but he is a homosexual. Turkey Tom put out a big response to this one. I'll sum it up for you. It's a lot of murdick. It's a lot of murdick. He goes over the allegations of abuse, he goes over the allegations of rape, and that's all well and good, but me and the other rapists, we want to know, what about the age play? What's going on? Where's the response to the age play? Because he gets to it, and then he just kind of says nothing and quickly moves on. But before we can figure out if this man ended up in a diaper, we have to go back and dissect his entire life. Tom's first girlfriend was a small girl called Kai, and Kai loved 2 things, neither of which were Tom. Firstly, lyrics. Secondly, according to an anonymous Jewish source pictured here, she loves diapers and babies. So Tom and Lyrics were in a multi-year competition to win the heart of this frankly sick and ugly woman by gradually infantilizing their own appearances more and more. So Tom he's wearing like a Sonic the Hedgehog hat and a Minecraft t-shirt. And Lyrics, he's responding by chucking on a children's anime shirt and wearing little boy shorts. Before you know it, you got 2 grown men in shit-filled diapers, not all of it theirs, covered in baby powder, lying on their backs crying. In a last-ditch attempt to get Kai back from this homewrecker, Tom screamed into the night sky and carved her name into his chest. Didn't work, but on the bright side, it could have been a lot worse. She could have been called Cinderella. Kai also put out a statement claiming that she's not into age play, which I acknowledge, but I'm looking at this video of her current boyfriend Lyrics in little boy shorts while she flosses in the background, and I'm having a hard time believing that. However, this scenario has had a severe psychological impact on Turkey Tom, giving him an obsession with BPD women, and also transforming him into a pedophile. That's tongue-in-cheek. That's not an allegation. The false allegations of rape unfortunately dragged up Turkey Tom's relationship with known lolicon age player Creepy Hoarder on Instagram. I know what you're thinking. Big Bungie, you're crazy, because I watched top sweeper Nicholas Diorio, and he said that the age play allegation was just that the girl wore Skechers on Instagram.
Katie L.
It's like hot potato. He did age play with her. No, he did age play with her. No, he did age play with her. Wait, but this Ellie person has a picture on her Instagram where she wore Skechers. If the best you've got is that this girl has a picture of Skechers or whatever the fuck, or what is it, Velcro shoes on her Instagram, you've got nothing.
He's absolutely right about that. Here's a picture of her just for convenience. So yeah, she's just like a normal girl wearing Skechers. I mean, what red flags could you possibly get? Here's another one quickly. Ah, yes. Really the dream girl. Just a normal girl wearing Skechers. You have nothing. There's nothing amiss here. What do you mean I'm a sweeper? What do you mean by that? How dare you? How dare you call me a sweeper? This is Aiden Projects in a wig. This is the future of Aiden Projects. I mean, if I saw this, oh, mama. The baby's binky in the background is really what pulls it all together, I think. I actually can't put this into my Google Doc. It won't let me. It gives me an error. It gives me a warning. I mean, I think that bodes well. Nicholas, put the broom down. Not only is she not just a girl wearing Skechers, it wouldn't be too overdue to say that she's sort of like the Chris Chan of age play. She's incredibly well documented in a lot of A-logging circles that I know Turkey Tom hangs out in. And this is a good one, right? This is a good one off her Instagram. In this post, she says right here that she and her boyfriend used to have sex where she would pretend to be 9 years old and he would pretend to be her rape. And then Tom has these DMs where he's like openly saying that he knew she was like a weird, creepy age player, and despite this, he still sent her his dick on Instagram. So he went onto Instagram, he saw this picture, and he said, I need to send her my dick immediately. And Nicholas Diorio, he's just telling me, don't question this. Please God, don't question it. She's just a normal girl. She's just a normal girl wearing Skechers. Don't call me a sweeper. Don't you dare. Don't you dare call me a sweeper, you son of a bitch. I suppose it's possible that he coincidentally got into a relationship with the lolicon age player who posts pictures of herself dressed as a baby on Instagram because he liked her piercings or a fucking hair color or some shit. And if that's true, maybe he should just come out and say that, because I think there's still stuff to litigate here. There are questions that need to be answered. I would like a little bit more information on the nature of this relationship before I start sweeping for the man. I just want to know why a guy who has a substantial amount of his videography focusing on the evils of lolicon is openly pursuing a relationship with a girl who, by his own standards, is a pedophile. Is that not a pressing question to anyone else? I feel like I'm taking fucking crazy pills. The entire commentary community has just conveniently decided that this isn't like objectively worse than flamenco jacking off the boy soprano.
Listen, I'm sorry. If Tom had sex with this girl and she's into age play or like maxing or something like that, and she dressed like a normal human being and they had sex one time, it's not like a sexually transmitted disease.
This is fucking crazy to me. Okay, he's on stream going, well, if it's only a one-time thing, then it's not bad. Can you not just fucking ask him that? Why are you speculating? Are you not his friend? Are you his lawyer? We do not know if it was a one-time thing. We do not know anything about this relationship or why he was even attracted to this pedo in the first place. All we know is that this guy knowingly entered and pursued a sexual relationship with a known lolicon age player. Nick has a direct line of communication. He doesn't ask any of these pressing questions of his friend who is potentially a massive pedo. Instead, he just downplays it by saying that all the girl did is wear Skechers. Then someone in Nick's chat literally tells him to his fucking face that no, she wasn't just wearing Skechers. She was wearing a fucking baby's binky in her posts.
She had a binky. Well, did she shove the binky up Turkey Tom's asshole? Is that what happened?
Don't know, Nick. That's the whole point. We want to know what he was doing with the girl who's doing the fucking ABCs for pedos on Instagram. And then to add insult to injury, in the same stream, this fucking fat cunt has the fucking gall to cry over Chud Logic calling him a sweeper. You are a fucking sweeper, you fat fucking retard. Can any Nickers watching please explain to me how Nick downplaying Ellie's age plays, just her wearing Skechers on Instagram, isn't him openly fucking sweeping for Turkey Tom? But because the age play has been packaged alongside these other false allegations, it allows Nicholas Diorio and the commentary community to just sort of sweep it under the rug and ignore it. As time goes on, you just have to conclude that the VidCon commentary meetup was basically like sponsored by Jeffrey Epstein. It was a Jeffrey Epstein production. POV, you are Augie RFC at the DiddyCon commentary community meetup. Boblack's sitting opposite you in a dress, his legs spread open. Turkey Tom's sitting in a diaper. Nicholas Diorio's sitting in the kitchen, eating an entire jar of mustard and peanut butter, getting incredibly gassy. He's floating a couple of millimeters off the ground because of how bloated and gaseous he is. I think a lot of people who watch this won't have known anything about the Creepy Hoarder stuff because there has been a clear and obvious attempt from the commentary community to downplay their relationship. Even Turkey Tom, in his response, is talking about how this is only a girl he briefly spoke to.
She's alleging that I did it with another girl named Ellie, who I briefly talked to 2 years ago.
Like, dude, you sent her nudes. That's a ridiculous downplaying of this relationship. There's literally pictures of you together. Even from the horse's mouth. I mean, the DMs in his own video, she's saying they fucking dated. And in my mind, if it's nothing, like Nicholas Diorio says, then why has there been such a clear and obvious attempt to downplay it? If it's a perfectly reasonable, normal, fine relationship, then why is Nick lying, saying she only wore Skechers? Why is Tom lying, saying they only briefly spoke? And look, if you want to say that age play doesn't equal that's all fine. But you know who disagree? Every single fucking one of these cunts. Fucking all of them would disagree. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy that this shit is hanging in the fucking air and they're all just ignoring it. So I already mentioned that the coverage was bad, but who had the best coverage? Well, according to the commentary community, it was this fellow called Sly Boy, whose video was probably one of the more viewed. Tommy C says it's the best video he's ever seen. Seems fair. Seems fair. Wow, high praise. I wonder what this guy said about Ellie, the age play girl.
Tom had purchased really kawaii type gifts for them, specifically Kuromi, which is like a Hello Kitty type thing, as evidence that he was, I guess, into age play and wanted the girls he was with to be, I guess, childlike. Overall, I think just he bought me kawaii stuff, therefore he's like an age play quasi pedophile type creep. I feel like that is really flimsy and just bogs down this whole thing in a way that's unnecessary.
Oh, literally fucking nothing. Intentionally leaves it out of his video. Seems fair. Seems fair. What's more than this is that Slyboy here, who of course made the best video, the most well-researched video, he gets to Kai's document, right? So Turkey Tom's first girlfriend made a document explaining her side. Well, what does he say about this document? Nothing. Why? Well, because according to Slyboy, it's not possible to confirm that this document was actually written by Kai. It can't be done.
Another detail to note, there is a document being passed around that is supposedly written by Kai, who is an ex of Turkey Tom. I have not been able to verify that she actually fucking wrote this. She may very well have. From what I understand, she has zero social media presence, so I don't know how to verify the authenticity of this.
The literal first paragraph, and when I say paragraph, I'm overselling it, it's actually the first 4 lines, is Kai posting pictures of herself that have never been posted before to verify her identity. This guy couldn't figure out how to do a fucking reverse image search. And what's more, if you just look at the fucking account, she's posting selfies of herself months prior. According to the commentary community, this is the best video. This is the best video on the allegations. A guy who can't figure out how to do a reverse image search is who they're trusting to navigate rape allegations now. Seems fair. I wouldn't trust this guy to navigate a fucking corridor. This guy would find a needle in a haystack whilst searching for the fucking hay. Honestly, it's fucking unbelievable. I honestly wouldn't trust any of these people to pass any allegations ever again, by the way. If this is the standard of research they're holding up, good God. Honestly, if you want solid coverage, you go to Chud Logic and you go to Queeman. That's unironically just who you go to now. These allegations were merely the beginning, as they led to the entire commentary community crumbling into pieces over a simple phrase.
My concern, ladies and gentlemen, is the big sweep might be on.
So this guy stuck a dagger right into my neck the minute we stopped talking.
He does not want to be challenged. He does not want to be challenged on any of the shit that he's doing.
Well, he's extremely vague on purpose, so he can satiate his audience, but also take no accountability from me.
He is suckling shekels out of Ethan Klein's cock like nobody's fucking business. And the moment someone starts challenging him too much on it, he cuts it off. It's done. Stop stealing his Discord screenshots now. Stop stealing his Discord screenshots. Dude, what the fuck, dude? This is unbelievable, bro.
This lined up perfectly with the notorious fat drunk man, Tommy C's soothsayer prediction. Tommy's powers first manifested when he witnessed his father beating up his mother. His powers manifested in that moment, and he predicted that this marriage may be on the rocks. His future sight, unfortunately, did not stop him from being molested as a boy. You might be thinking, well, how the fuck is a nigga gonna see the future and still get his ass taken? I have a couple of possible options. Number 1, the most sinister option, he let it happen because it felt so good. Number 2, the molester was a more powerful and experienced soothsayer using his powers for pedophilia. And number 3, it was an unstoppable rape. They had all the exits covered, there was no getting out of it. Dead or alive, he was getting raped. Tommy C has hated Chud for a while because using his psionic abilities, he discovered that Chud, get this, was lying about his working class background, and actually he's from old money.
I will say this, I do get the I do get the sense that Chud is not like a working class Englishman. I wouldn't be surprised if Chud came from money, first of all.
His dad's an oil baron. I actually have a picture of Chud's father right here. Tommy just thinks that everyone with a formal education is a billionaire. He's going into PTA meetings like, what a crack I gotta do to get on this special education. I heard little Jaquane down the road from Labidia speaking in clicks and whistles. They put him on the special, and my son just get the regular. This is some DA bullshit is what it is. And they go, Tommy, the special education is for children with learning difficulties. This is some bullshit. He's slurring. He's had a couple drinks on the drive over. Special does not mean retarded. Special means good. I bet you're thinking I'm special. Bet you're thinking I'm retarded. Fall for that trick. In Nick's video, Why I Hate Chud Logic, he lays out why he has no choice but to rape Chud Logic. You see, over the year, Chud has been taking jabs at Nick, such as the big sweep might be on. Nick describes these jabs as being akin to a sharp, thin blade severing his jugular.
The big sweep might be on, okay? The big sweep might...
So this guy stuck a dagger right into my neck the minute we stopped talking.
I can't really take any of this seriously because back in 2020, these guys every day were saying that Tipster was cheating on his wife, you know. Growing up is realizing that Tipster actually had the thickest skin in the entire commentary community because they were calling him on Facebook playful. They were calling him a lolicon, a chaser, and to him, it was just all oil off of Diddy's back, you know what I mean? You think Nick could have handled that? He was crying over the Big Sweep might be on. He probably would have topped himself over this. It's like you kick Flamenco out of the commentary community because he got annoyed at Salvo calling him a pedophile. I mean, forgive me if I don't give a shit about your histrionics about the Big Sweep is on. That's sort of the entirety of the drama, by the way. I think the commentary community just isn't used to being pressed by someone who isn't either gay or mentally disabled. He does clearly try to paint a lot of narratives about Chud being a false accuser. I understand why he does this, because it looks quite pathetic to just say, I hate Chud Logic because you hurt my feelings.
Anyone that wants to claim that this is a nothing burger, okay, why the fuck is the podcast going on hiatus, dude?
So my friend Tom is guilty because the guy who was live when the allegations dropped wasn't comfortable with releasing a video until he knew it was happening.
Chud's point is in regards to the severity of the allegations, not the substance. Essentially, when the allegations came out, a lot of people were saying it was just basic relationship grievances and not worth talking about. They were saying that the allegation was that Tom's gay and he shoves shit up his ass. And Tom, he never addressed that, so realistically that is still on the table, or alternatively, up the ass. Chud's point is that obviously the allegations were of some severity, else Optics cucked Diorio wouldn't have put the podcast on hold. He's not saying it proves he's guilty, he's saying it proves the allegations are serious. Interestingly enough, after Tom's response and Brandon Buckingham doxed her, the allegations suddenly transformed from Tom having a big hairy dick to life ruination. Change your fucking tune on that one real quick.
So then I start responding to him. This is hours later after the video comes out. And I go, right. And so he goes, all the comments, not all the comments were about you. He's been doing this for quite a while. He's extremely vague on purpose so he can satiate his audience, but also take no accountability from me.
This is the point in the coverage where I realize, oh, I didn't realize you were having gay sex with the man. I was unaware that you two were in a homosexual relationship. I love that. I love that. Imagine saying that to a 40-year-old man, by the way. You're facing 30 and you're going to a 40-year-old man saying, oh my god, you're just trying to avoid accountability from me. Are you actually a homosexual? Have I misread this whole thing? I'm thinking I have no choice but to assume that they are just both gay. He really reveals a lot about himself here. He's a homosexual. I'd assume a bottom just from the nagging. A lot of speculation on my part, but I'd assume his ass is blown wide open from the DGG butt plug, which comes standard as a member of the commentary community. The stonemasons had their signet rings. Commentary community have the engraved DGG butt plug, which vibrates in Morse code and gives them talking points on stream. Nick sits with his fingers over the keyboard, and he's hovering his fingers over the letters, and he goes, and it spells out, support for Hela Klein is pivotal right now. Broadcast straight from Tel Aviv. It's an ancient order known as the Synagogue of Stephen. After the Big Sweep is on incident, they all met up in person wearing masks and cloaks to preserve their anonymity, so nobody can tell who's who if the cops come sniffing around as they order 50 boxes of cheese pizza to Chud Logic's council house. The major concerns with Nicholas Diorio is that he is sucking off Ethan Klein and Israel far too much. And I think I'm a good person to cover this because I am the most moral faggy person in drama, but simultaneously the least principled. To be frank, I don't really give a shit because I don't watch him and I never really have. I think a lot of people who are concerned are either fans or friends, and to them it's like watching their son become like a homosexual. I am an empath, so I'm trying to put myself in Nicholas Diorio's shoes, and I'm thinking, if I was spending $7,000 a week on food, would I sell out to Israel? And honestly, maybe I would. Maybe I would. Nick has not listened to the people's concerns, and now it has reached a terminal level called Anissa Joma is rapping you on the Twitter timeline. It starts with Anissa Joma doing an Hela Klein impression.
I'm a big fan of Nicholas Diorio. What can I say? You do your research.
And I saw a couple people, they were watching this and they did a little laugh like, haha.
Diorio, what can I say? You do your research.
Dude.
Come on. Why are you pretending you find this funny? Why are you demeaning yourself in this manner? All that tells me is that you fake O's. You don't fight back, you just fake the O's so you can go home and cry about it in the shower like a raped loser. Nicholas Diorio, he doesn't do the little laugh. He instead goes, that's offensive.
I'm a big fan of Nicholas Diorio. What can I say? You do your research.
Saying that Nicholas Diorio does good research.
I don't know.
I know.
Not only is that offensive, it's also bad. Like, it's a bad impression.
He has stumbled upon the rape, and he says, you cut that out right now, Buster. You stop raping raping that Israeli woman right now. Support for Ela Klein is pivotal. Ela Klein is being raped by Anissa Joma. After this, he attempts to post hoc rationalize it to the chuds on Reddit by framing it as a hypocrisy argument. But it's pretty fucking obvious what he's doing. I mean, his audience is fat women, predominantly. He is trying to signal to the fat women by calling it offensive. He doesn't even make a hypocrisy argument on stream. He just calls it offensive and then that's it. Anissa Joma catches wind of this and she just calls him fat on the Twitter timeline. And then his greatest ally appears. Girl with a microphone. And she responds by calling Anissa fatphobic, to which Anissa just calls her ugly. I mean, at this point, Nick, you know, are you just not concerned? Are you not concerned that the top guy here is a fat, ugly lesbian and Tectone? He is woken up in a bed on Epstein Island. Tectone on his left, Nuxtaku on his right. Girl with a microphone lazing by his feet like a pig. And he's not even leaving the bed. That's the crazy thing. I don't know if you can't physically lift yourself to leave or if you just don't want to.
Buns are a problem. Literally everyone I know wears a bun a lot of days. It's like they make the most innocuous things into a problem. It is like an abusive partner. Exactly.
Dude, how do you not watch that and think, why the fuck have I tangentially connected myself to a woman who thinks that being called fat is akin to being raped? You might think this is bad enough that Anissa is calling you fat and you have no comeback whatsoever, but it got even worse because Anissa tracked down an embarrassing clip of Tonka Saw raping him years ago.
Tonka, when did the tears come out of my eyes? I was crying.
When did the tears come out of your eyes? Probably when that girl said she wasn't your girlfriend on that post. That was the saddest shit I've ever seen.
What girl said she wasn't my girlfriend?
When you posted a picture of you holding somebody's hand, just trying to be vague about it, and then they're like, you have a girlfriend? And the girl's like, no, he's my best friend.
Dude, you have no idea what you're talking about.
That was funny as fuck.
It's hilarious.
No,
It's
that was funny as
absolutely
fuck.
hilarious.
Okay, so that didn't happen,
keep my
Nick.
personal
Nick,
life-
did that happen or not?
Yeah, it absolutely happened.
You posted a vague picture of you holding somebody's hand, or like fucking some shit, and then they're like, do you have a girlfriend? She's like, no, he's my best friend and not my girlfriend.
Do not talk about my fucking personal life on here.
It's not your personal life. It's a tweet you made. It's a tweet you made, Nick.
Publicly,
Nick, it's a tweet you made. That's not your personal life.
Do not fucking.
It's a tweet you made. It's not your personal life. It's a tweet, not your personal life, dork.
Whoa, you think it's cool to talk like I intentionally don't name people like this specifically because I keep that part of my life very off the internet.
No, you don't. You try to post it and look cool, and you didn't look cool.
It was her idea to make the fucking post in the first place. I told her not
I'm
to
sure
comment
it
on
was.
She did. That's none of your fucking business.
Then why'd you post it on Twitter,
It doesn't belong
Nick?
in this argument.
It's
Tonka.
none of
That's
my
ridiculous.
business. Why is it up there, Nick? Why'd you post it if
Dude,
it's none
all
of anybody's
you guys have
business?
is looking into people's personal lives, and it's really
How is this your personal life, Nick?
Why are you bringing it up
posted
in a fucking debate, Tonka?
Because it's funny, remember? It's about
Yeah,
things that
dude,
are
you
funny. We're
You are
debating?
fucking
We're debating, Nick? Is that what's happening? Oh, did Nick?
I mean, this is just devastating at this point. I'm not even sure if he's going to continue covering Anissa if she keeps raping him like this. I mean, honestly, in conclusion, Nicholas Diorio needs to stop being a fat. Turkey Tom needs to take the diapers off. William Akshow needs to watch The Greatest Story Never Told. Tommy C probably needs to stop drinking, to be honest. And then we'll be back. You might be thinking, what's he muttering? What's he muttering under his breath right now? It's actually a counterspell, because witches were doing dark magic and voodoo to rape his life.